What's up guys, welcome back to the channel with a review on the M1000. Oh wait, why am I in the Ducati? Where's them? There's the M1000. Alright guys, I have both bikes out today, but I'm going to be reviewing the M1000RR. So why start in the Ducati? Well, I decided, let me put some miles on the M1000RR and at the same time get used to the Ducati, how it feels, and then jump the M1000RR instead of starting the ride with the M1000RR, just to feel that contradiction of the different engine and how the two bikes feel. So I'm gonna do a little bit of commuting with the Ducati and then jump at the M1000 and let you guys know what I think about it. All right, hop on the Ducati. Okay, I'm gonna want your feedback. I want you to tell me after the ride how it feels to go from the M1000R to the S1 to the the S. There's no more S to the Ducati, the Panigale. Nope, it's not GP shift, regular shift. Oh yes. All right. Whoa! Wow, this clutch, man. Going from the Panigale to this, huge difference. Okay, obviously going from a loud exhaust to this doesn't feel great, but what I'm going to focus on here guys is reviewing the M1000R without any information. I haven't checked anything, I don't know the specs. I mean, I do know obviously it has a little more horsepower. I don't know how much that is. I don't know the weight difference. I know it has forged wheels, which probably makes a little bit of a difference. Let's check out the Ducati a little bit. I can't even hear them. So in other words guys, I don't want to be biased, knowing that the M1000 has some better specs than the S1000 and me start saying that I feel the difference. I have no idea what's the difference other than what I just mentioned. So this review, I wanted to make it super honest and see if it's really worth it, man. I don't care. I don't have I don't need to defend my purchase. If I think that you're not getting anything more with the M1000, I'll say it. So let me ride it and find out. So I'm going to start with what are the positives, what I feel is better than the S1000RR just by riding it. The first thing I noticed and I love about is the clutch. I hated the clutch on the S1000RR. There was something about it that you would let go, you need a little more revs. I don't know, it just wasn't that responsive. I hated the clutch. This, for some reason, is perfect. It's amazing. I actually prefer it than any other bike, the Ducati RS4. It's so instant. The minute you let go, you have to put the throttle on so you can keep moving, and it's so responsive. Very difficult to stall it. So I'm loving the clutch. Way better than the S1000RR. Now sitting position, riding position, it's a little difficult to get a clear comparison because this seat has the M seat, which is thicker. I believe it's called the comfort seat or something, whereas the S1000 had the tiny little thin seat. So with that alone, you feel the difference. So yes, I prefer the seating of this bike, which is probably also due to the seat. But overall, if I try to focus away from the seat, it just feels like I'm riding an S1000RR. I'm not feeling anything here to say, oh wow, I know I jumped on an M1000. No, I did not. Now when I look at it, I can tell. I mean, the cockpit here, you can tell right away. It's, I mean, just by the color alone, it's different. But honestly, again, if I would just look up and straight, I'm not looking at the bike, it feels like I'm riding the S1000RR. Now the quick shifter, to be honest, it's the downshifts, the upshifts feel identical to the S, The downshifts feel a little bit rougher, and only because the engine feels a little rougher compared to the S1000. I feel more vibration on the M than I feel on the S. Again, I haven't looked at the specs. I don't know if there's any differences in the engine. I'm sure there are, but I can definitely feel vibration from this engine compared to the S, which I actually like because I love my V4s and I like to have that responsiveness, that feedback from the engine. So I love the vibration. Like I was saying, it's still restricted, obviously. Oh, okay. Wait a minute. I need to reevaluate here. Give me a second, guys, because that throttle opening, that's not something I was used to with the S when it was restricted, and I think even after I do restricted S. Let me try that again because that was surprising. Okay, give me a second. Let's see. Oh my God! Okay, listen, guys. It is a tiny bit slightly faster, more responsive, even in its restricted mode, than the S1000 was restricted. A tiny bit. I need to put some heat on the tires because I want to check the braking and the turns. I need to put some heat. Okay, a little bit of heat on the tires. I'm gonna take it slow in the beginning. Tires are brand new. They have like chicken strips that are this big. But I can already feel it, guys. It's definitely more responsive, and the brake, it's okay. Yeah. Oh my God, yeah. Guys, I'm sorry. This bike is oh my God. I told you I'm not gonna be biased, guys. I didn't check no specs or nothing. Okay, I need to limit my chicken strips. Not too much throttle on the tire. Oh my God. Okay. Only 8. I have to remind myself the tires are new. Don't push too much. This bike, it wants you to push it, man. Holy moly, man. Okay, take it slow here because blind corners. Okay, guys, there's no question. Oh, I feel the vibration on the seat. Oh my God. Yeah. Man, do you understand what's gonna happen if you put a tune and an exhaust on this bike? Okay, the brake, guys, the brake is something else. Now, is it better than the S1000? It feels a tiny bit more responsive, but where you're really gonna see the difference, I believe, is if you're going to, oh my God, it has more brake than you need, man. You can't use the whole brake. You're gonna flip over. Thank God for electronics. This thing is like a missile, bro. It's unbelievable. Okay. Some heat on the tires. Let's take it slow a little bit. Okay, guys, listen. Hands down, better than the S. No question about that. It is track ready. If you can push this bike to its limits, you can understand. I'm not even pushing the bike at its limits, but I can tell that compared to the S, this bike is meant to be pushed. Let's put neutral. Let me try heel assist. Okay, so 1, 2 brake, hold, heel assist. Wow, perfect. There's a Ducati. Oh my god. Let's get it. I'm restricted, I know. Oh my god. How is it restricted and it's still a rocket? Wow. Oh my god. This is something else. Oh my god. So the big question here, guys, this bike out the door is technically $40,000. What was it, 39, I think, some change. Is it worth it going from the S to this? Listen, if money is not an issue, yes, it's worth it. 100%, there's no question about that. But knowing that you can get an S1000, probably a used one for under 20,000, probably around like 17,000 in a good brand new condition, like super low miles, and you can mod it and put the money on that. Would I choose this or the S? I mean, the S makes more sense. You know, the S, because we're talking about $20,000 difference here. A used S to going to buy this brand new. And as I said, I'm going to be honest. The M is amazing. It feels amazing. It is the better bike. Again, better braking, better handling. It was stiffer in the corner. The suspension, I love the suspension. The seating position better. I feel the vibration on the seat. Everything about this bike I love more than the S. I was kind of bored on the S, I'm not going to lie. I was missing the punch that I'm getting from my V4s, and this is doing it. Guys, hands down, the better bike. The M1000RR wins any day from the S, but it will be your personal choice whether you want to waste, quote unquote, waste money to get that extra punch. All I can say is I want to be riding this bike all day long, whereas with the S, not so much. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to switch back in the Ducati and ride that a little bit for a change. Let's say hi to the guys here first. Alright, we took a quick break. I'm gonna hop on the Ducati, because as I'm riding the Ducati, I want to see if there's any things that come up about the M1000 that I forgot to go over. Alrighty, okay, we have another rider joining us. Jumping on the Ducati just makes me realize how easy it is to ride the M1000. You know, you hop on this bike, it feels like you're riding a bull. Everything is a struggle. The engine, blah, 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 you have to fight it. Vibration, the brakes, the chassis, everything. Like, this bike does not like to go slow. It needs to redline. Yeah, now it's the real power. the unrestricted, tuned Panigale before. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, baby. Yes. Can't push it too much yet. Okay, one thing I forgot to mention. Super important. This does not have cruise control. The M1000 does. So I don't know if you care about that. You know, sometimes it comes in handy, but you know, those long straights, those that cruise control helps a lot, man. But yeah, man. No cruise control for the Panigale before. I need to catch up with the guys. I need more heat. Oh my God, the power. A little more heat, a little more braking. This is how you put heat on the tires, guys. It's not just the turns, acceleration and braking. Things you can do with this bike. Oh shit, water. Whoa. Wow, that was close. Nothing worse than on your braking point seeing water. Whoa, that was close. Yeah, see, with the Panigale before, I need to warm up for me to be able to go faster. With the M1000RR, I don't. I just hop on it and I can go fast. That's the difference. Obviously tires need to be warmed up too, but other than the tires, the M1000 just makes you feel that you don't have to struggle to be a faster rider. But the S1000 does the same thing. Time these cars, man, here, I think I confuse these cars with something else that should be telling me slow down, and this is what I'm talking about. No cruise control. No cruise control. Come on, Ducati, do something about it. Aprilia did it, BMW did it. Come on, it's just the button right here. So I can do this. Look, I do have cruise control for about 3 seconds. There you go. And then again. There you go. No hands too. Alright guys, let's conclude. Moment of truth. Is it worth it spending near $40,000 for an M1000RR compared to an S? Well, it depends on what you want to do, but overall, almost at any case, it will not be worth it. I don't know if you guessed that would be my answer, but it's not. It's too much money. Do I love the M1000? Yes. Do I regret getting it? Absolutely not. I love it. It looks gorgeous next to the Ducati, next to the RZ4. It stands better compared to how the S stands next to them. It has more performance. No question about that. For me, it didn't really matter. I didn't care whether it was 12, 15,000, whatever that is more. I just wanted it, I got it, but overall, dollar for dollar, the S1000 will always win, especially if you mod it. S1000 has amazing brakes, amazing handling, it's very agile. To be honest, I don't think I felt more agility with this bike, even though it's lighter supposedly, and it has lighter wheels. It did feel a little more planted than the S when I start pushing it a little bit. And again, it's restricted, I can't push the mods yet, but as much as I could, it feels a little better than the S. But overall guys, too much money for minor differences. Bottom line is, the choice will be on you. What do you want to do? Do you want to spend more money for the M, or will you just spend it for the S and keep the S? Let me know in the comments. Here you go guys, I may not have cruise control, but I do have downhill. Guys, if you like this video, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll catch you in the next one.